Dobro jutro, Divine Pisces 222. It is Thursday, January 9th, 2020. I'm going to do an energy check-in for the Twin Flames today, and I also just want to thank everybody. I'm still getting gifts and stuff from my apartment wish list, and I received one yesterday and one the day before, so I just want to thank you guys so much. You guys are just so supportive and wonderful. I appreciate it. Also, I've actually had several inquiries here as of late about spirit release therapy. I do spirit release therapy. You can check out actually all of my services, everything that I offer, on my website, divinepisces222.com. And I mean, if you're interested, definitely let me know. I also provide other services like twin flame connection checks, spirit release, the spiritual coaching, and that sort of thing. So if you're interested in any of that, please let me know. I'll be happy to work with you. I do the spiritual coaching, but it's a live service, and so is the twin flame connection checks. Honestly, because of the nature of my schedule, I do have a full-time job still. I mean, this is kind of my part-time job, right? I don't really have a set availability for my calendar, so I don't actually have the option to book online yet. So if you're interested in something like the Twin Flame Connection Check or a spirit coaching session, definitely email me and let me know, and we can kind of work out a time to kind of get together on Skype or Zoom. The Spirit Release Therapy is actually a remote service, so we can actually do that without meeting. You would actually get a report at the end of it, and I know Kayla mentioned that on her channel yesterday, and yeah, sometimes, I mean, we've done spirit release therapy together, so, you know, usually it's with two people. You have one person doing the clearing, one person acting as like a mediator, basically kind of walking you through the steps and taking notes and stuff like that. So we have worked together that way. I've worked with other psychics that way too. So just, if you're interested, definitely let me know. Also, those of you waiting for a reading, I do apologize. Like I said, my life's been a little bit hectic here lately. I'm definitely going to try to catch up on some readings this weekend. So if your reading is due soon, usually it's about a 2 to 3 week turnaround time. So anytime you book a reading, so just keep in mind that it could be a 2 to 3 week turnaround time for that reading to be completed. Okay. And like I said, that's because I do have a full-time job. I'm pretty much a single parent right now. You know, so I am trying to find that balance. I would love for this to eventually be my full-time job. As of right now, it's just not possible. So that being said, I do appreciate your patience with me. And I'll try to get those out as soon as I possibly can to you guys, okay? Alright, so let's go ahead and get this started today. So, yeah, so right out of the gate, we've got trust your path, and it literally says, if you knew you would be supported, what would you do? So those of you who are being urged to take a leap, and I feel like this is across the collective big time, okay? There is something that you're needing to release. There's something that you're needing to move forward from, okay? Why are you not moving? You don't trust yourself. You don't trust your team. You don't trust the fact that the universe has your back here, that they're trying to guide you towards something. They're trying to get you to take a leap. They wouldn't make you take a leap if they weren't supporting you. Okay, so this goes across the board. It's not just Divine Masculine. This is Divine Feminine too, okay? I take my own advice at this point. Why are you not leaping? It's because you don't trust it. You don't trust yourself. You don't trust your path. So twins being forced here to trust their path, trust their intuition, trust their team. And so, you know, a lot of twins been kind of in the stagnant energy, being stuck somewhere, feeling like they're stuck, you know, but they're not taking the initiative to move. So the universe is basically taking that initiative for you. So, you know, by way of tower or, you know, whatever's breaking down is coming down because you're refusing to release it. So the universe is doing it for you, basically making you trust them, forcing you to trust them. They're going to take away everything. They're going to take away everything that you thought you knew, and it's going to force you to go within and trust yourself. Okay? Yeah, because there's an initiation happening right now. There's this literally says rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Okay? So you're being guided out of this darkness, this energy, this this depressive, regretful, guilty, stormy energy that you've been in. The universe is trying to guide you out of it. There's the tunnel. There's the light right there. Go forth. Right? So that's definitely happening across the board. Now, this is interesting that Starseed came out, because I have mentioned this before about starseeds and, like, the significance of what kind of starseed you are does, you know, sometimes come into your mission on what you're supposed to be doing here on planet Earth. I am a Lyran starseed, which, you know, it actually makes a lot of sense if you think about it. The Lyran seeds are the cat people. I mean, you know, duh. Makes a lot of sense for a lot of reasons, right? So I definitely recommend, if you haven't looked into your starseed origins, to see which starseed you are and see if it may have something to do with your mission, because that's definitely coming up across the board as well. And yeah, some of you are still overthinking. I feel a lot of twins are still overthinking right now. They're overthinking their leap. They're overthinking the choices that they need to make, when in reality, the truth is right there in front of you. It's just like you're refusing to see it for some reason. So, you know, definitely want to put that ego aside, put the ego in check for a minute, consult your spirit team, consult your higher self, okay, and decide what you need to do moving forward. Because honestly, I guarantee it, you're already doing it on some level. You're already manifesting, you know, and this is actually, and I've said this before, Divine Masculine. A lot of Divine Masculines have been manifesting the endings of these situations that they're in. It's just now that they're happening, now that the ending is actually here, they're kind of freaking out about it. They've been wanting it. They've been wanting the situations to end. They've been manifesting the outcome. Now the how is showing itself, and they're freaking out. Okay, and some of them are feeling guilty that they were manifesting the ending of some of these situations. Okay, so keep that in mind. They're feeling guilty about it, and now that it's actually happening, they're like, oh my god, you know? It's like, yeah, you have more power than you think, Divine Masculine. So you're definitely being urged to stay grounded, guys, just in general. And I know this has been coming in for a while with all of these negative energies, all the purging, all the drama, you know, and some of the clarity that's coming through, the ascensions, and that sort of thing. You know, you definitely want to keep yourself nice and grounded here. Keep yourself rooted, okay? You want to have an equal balance of spiritual and material, right? You want to have an equal balance of both, just like you want to have an equal balance of intuition and ego. Ego has its place. You just have to keep it in its place, okay? Make sure it stays in its sphere. Because a lot of times throughout life, we don't trust our intuition, so it just kind of goes away and we live our lives in ego, okay? But you need to have a balance of both. You need to know when to use ego and when to use intuition, okay? When to use a mix of the two, all right? So I know I've kind of said this before, but no, you're not. The purpose is not to completely eliminate ego. You don't want to eliminate ego. Ego serves a purpose. Ego is there to protect you in the 3D. Again, that's why it shows you fear. That's why it shows you anxiety. That's why it gives you hesitation, you know, because it's basically pointing out, well, maybe this will harm you in the 3D. But if your intuition is telling you, actually, this is going to be for your highest good, you should do this, and your ego is coming in and saying, no, it's scary, don't do it. You know what I mean? You need to learn to trust your intuition a little bit more in some of these situations, okay? But yeah, you're being called. We're being called right now, all of us. Every single one of us are being called to move forward, being called to step into mission, being called to move forward out of some of these toxic situations. Guys, you're being guided. Trust it. Trust your path. I can't say it enough. Trust your team, trust your path, trust source, trust yourself, okay? And yes, there are massive awakenings happening right now, especially with masculine energies in general. Okay, not just divine masculines, but masculine energies in general are awakening, are going through spiritual awakening right now. Okay, it's going across the board. And I know there are divine masculines that watch my channel. I know some of them do comment. I know that there are some that watch that probably don't comment. And just so you know, divine masculine, you are not alone in this. You are not the only divine masculine out there. You're not the only masculine energy who's going through this stuff, okay? And I think a lot of divine masculines do feel so alone. you know, which is, doesn't make it, I mean, in a way it kind of makes sense that they wouldn't want to admit that they're going through the things that they're going through, but it's just like, you know, you have a support team, you have your spirit team, you have your divine feminine, you have a community, you have other people who are going through the same things that you're going through. So if you're feeling like you're alone, please know that you're not, okay? I mean, you don't have to reach out, but at least knowing that you're not alone does help. Yeah, divine masculine trying to end a codependent situation, I'm telling you. Guys, they're recognizing these situations as what they are. They're codependent, they're toxic, uneven exchange. You know, they've been give. Some of them have been take, and they don't want to do that anymore either, okay? So there's a switch. There's a shift happening when in the energies, and the recognition of the cycles that they're in are not good for them. Not for their highest good, not good for them, you know, physically. Some of them are probably ill. Like, I feel like a lot of divine masculines have been worrying themselves sick. They're not taking care of themselves. They're drinking. They're, you know, partaking in recreational drugs. Maybe overindulging in prescription medication. You know, some of them may actually be on depression or anxiety medication, antipsychotics, you know, because they honestly think that they're crazy. Some of them think that they are insane, that they are schizophrenic, or that they're bipolar. That they're losing their minds, and that in itself is scaring the crap out of them, guys. They're losing control. All it is, though, is a death of the ego. It's a death of the ego. All right, and it's scaring the crap out of them. Okay, yeah, because a lot of them know they have a decision to make, and that's part of what's eating them up inside. They know the decision they want to make. They know the decision they want to make, and they know the decision for their highest good is to end some of these codependent cycles that they're in. And some of them, again, it's a third-party situation. Some of them, it's, you know, it's a marriage. It's, you know, a high-level commitment, whatever, you know. But they are knee-deep in the realization right now that they have a decision to make. Especially when it comes to their happiness, when it comes to the connection, when it comes to love. A lot of them are in situations that have absolutely nothing to do with love. Some of them actually thought that the situations they were in, the contracts or the karmic situations that they're in were the one, were, you know, soulmates, were, and they could be, you know, like I said, my karmic partner actually is a soulmate. I just know that, okay? And I'm still pretty sure he's a divine feminine. He could be a divine masculine, just in his feminine energy. At this point, I'm not really 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure he has a counterpart out there somewhere who is searching for him, okay? In fact, I'm pretty sure I've had a vision of who she is. I don't know her, but I'm pretty sure I've seen her. So anyway, so yeah, a lot of divine masculines, you know, are in situations where they thought that was it, that was their happiness. Like, they had found the one, they had found it. You know, and then something happened, and it just kind of started going downhill. And they couldn't keep up. And no matter what they did, they couldn't make that person happy, and so they were unhappy, and so they started acting in certain ways that probably would be considered toxic or wrong, maybe. Because they weren't happy, so they were seeking happiness elsewhere. Okay? Temporarily, but they were seeking happiness elsewhere. Now, this could be partying. They could be going out drinking every night with their buddies, you know, maybe stepping out, you know, being a player, whatever. You know, a lot of them just, they're not happy in their situations, and they know they're not happy, but instead of, you know, fixing that situation by removing themselves from the situation, they did other things, which, you know, I do feel, you know, some of these towers that are coming in are probably because maybe if they're in a karmic relationship and maybe they were doing something that they shouldn't have been doing, karmic partner found out. And so I feel like, you know, again, some of these towers that are happening because divine masculine refused to make a move, so they're serving their karma right now. A lot of them are serving their karma right now, okay? A lot of them have karmic contracts with some of these people, you know, and that it doesn't have to be a partner, okay? It could be a mother, okay? It could be, you know, a boss. You could have a karmic contract with your boss. That rings true. Okay? So just keep that in mind. They are serving their karma right now. And what's happening is it's bringing balance to the situation. It's bringing illumination into the darkness. It's helping them to stand in their truth and what they are. Okay? And those some of those lessons are incredibly hard, guys. They are. Okay? But like I said, they were in the situation where they thought they were happy. They thought it was it. They thought that was the one or whatever. Or maybe they, you know, they love their community and they're in their community and they thought that that's where they were supposed to be, and then they realize that they're not happy there, you know. So whatever the situation is, they thought they were happy and now they're not. And again, they're feeling guilty because they're not. And they feel stupid. A lot of them feel stupid. A lot of them feel taken advantage of. A lot of them feel like they have wasted their time, that they have put in all of this effort into this situation and it didn't pan out, and now they're beating themselves up. So it's like they're getting energies from, you know, the toxicity in the situation, but they're also beating themselves up too. So they're getting it from multiple ends, guys. So Dark Night of the Soul coming in very, very heavily for Divine Masculine, okay? And yes, they're being very deceptive about this. They're being very deceptive about this. They're either not acknowledging the fact that they're going through this to themselves, or they may not be acknowledging it to anybody around them, or acknowledging it to Divine Feminine at all in the 3D. Okay, but just keep in mind, appearances are deceiving. Okay, there's a lot of manipulation coming in here in some of these situations. A lot of mental manipulation. So just keep that in mind, guys. Like, not only are they getting it from the external party, but they're beating themselves up too, okay? So send them light, send them positivity, okay? They need to get out of that energy, right? They need to get out of this codependent cycle, and they know that. They know that. They need to get out of this cycle. And they're recognizing the cycle for what it is they want out. They just need to basically situate themselves and try to move forward. And I do feel some of them are doing that. Some of them, believe it or not, are planting the seeds to make a move, to make a leap. You know, they feel like they're not quite ready yet. And some of them, it does have to do with money. It does have to do with money, some of them, okay? So just keep that in mind. Some of them may be financially dependent on somebody else. They may be the breadwinner or whatever. So, you know, they're trying to figure that stuff out. And we are in a 3D world, you know. You know, as much as we like to say the 3D doesn't matter, in some ways it does, okay? And, okay, so hang on a second, guys, because my little light decided to go out. I'll tell you, the energies in this apartment sometimes not quite sure about it. Alright, that's better. Okay, let me get a couple more for Divine Feminine here. Yeah. Alright, Divine Feminine, yep, you're being urged to do something here. You're definitely being urged to make a decision. A lot of you know this already. I mean, this is just reaffirming something you probably already know. But Divine Feminine, yep, at a crossroads. She's trying to make a decision here, and I do feel a lot's coming to light about that particular decision, and I feel like she's being just push. And same thing's happening with Divine Feminine that's happening with Divine Masculine, okay? Because it's always being mirrored. Okay, so if you're refusing to take action on a particular situation, guess what's going to happen? The universe is going to come in, it's going to crash something down for you, and you're going to be forced to make a move. Okay, so more mirroring coming in here, right? Divine Feminine just, you know, kind of sitting there counting her blessings, yes, but also trying to make moves towards, you know, something else, and putting in the effort to do that. But it's like there's this balance of action and waiting. You don't want to be waiting necessarily, but I feel like Divine Feminine is trying to kind of call in her patience a little bit, trying to go with the flow, trying to see how things pan out. You know, basically working towards things, yes, Manifesting, yes, but also, you know, kind of in a way waiting for her ships to come in, right? Because Divine Feminine doesn't want to be in the stuck energy anymore either. Okay, and she's been feeling it from Divine Masculine, been feeling it from herself. You know, it's a double-edged sword. Three of Swords. Anyway, all right. So I do feel, yeah, a lot of Divine Feminines are just making the decision to drop that that heartache. They don't want to feel it anymore. They don't want to, and so they're not going to. And you know, if that means you need to step away from your masculine in the 3D, you got to do what you got to do. Okay. I mean, again, action. There's a lot of action here. Divine Feminine, you know, basically, again, kind of asking the universe, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And trying to listen to her intuition a little bit more. And I actually really love this card because it's like the 2 4 of Wands that are being mirrored here. So it's being mirrored, guys. So you're both Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine are being called towards a higher purpose. Okay? To make a decision based on their highest good. And each twin just trying to figure out what to do and calling in that assistance from the universe and the spirit teams, right? There's been a lot of inner conflict, absolutely, with Divine Feminine about what to do here in this particular situation, but a lot of external conflict too. Like I said, so much drama going on right now, guys. It's just, you got to balance that out. Don't let it affect you. Don't let it get to you. Up your protection game. Don't let the drama get to you. If there are people around you that are causing drama, that are trying to pull you into drama, don't let them do that. Don't let them manipulate you. Don't let them make you feel like you have to participate because you don't. Okay? You don't. And Divine Feminine also kind of in this energy of trying to release another karmic situation. Again, this is not just me, guys. This is a lot of Divine Feminines are stuck in a karmic situation right now. There is a karmic contract that's coming to the surface for a lot of Divine Feminines, okay? And it's being illuminated, absolutely. And it could be a third party, it could be, you know, an actual partnership, a marriage, high level commitment, that sort of thing. But I am getting some sort of third party situation here. But it could also be a job, religion, family, whatever. But yeah, Divine Feminine is trying to turn her back on that. She doesn't want to do it anymore. She doesn't want to do it anymore. And again, a lot of Divine Feminines are turning their backs on Divine Masculine in the 3D, you know, maybe trying to walk away from the player stuff. They don't want to do that anymore either. They don't want to be an option. So, you know, they're saying, you know what, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go explore my options. I'm going to do my thing. And, you know, but at the same time looking back being like, okay, so I'm going this way. Are you coming? Are you going to follow me? Or are you going to stay here and just wallow in your self-pity? Because I'm not doing that. I've had enough of the self-pity and the pity party and whatnot, so I'm just going to move on and I'm going to do my thing. I've made my choice. You know, you can stay here if you want, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to stay here anymore. You know, that's kind of where Divine Feminine is at, honestly, across the board. A lot of Divine Feminines are just like, no, not doing this anymore. It's draining. I'm tired. You know, I'm tired of dealing with your crap and my crap. You know, and it's not an ego thing. I sincerely feel like a lot of Divine Feminines are they just don't want to do it anymore because it hurts. They don't want to be there anymore. So, let's get some messages from the counterparts. Yeah, oh, yeah, forgot to mention, a lot of sexual energy coming in right now, guys. You know, we got a full moon. I think it's tomorrow night in Cancer, which is interesting. So, check your moon signs. Just, I don't know why that came to me. Some of you may have moon sign in Cancer. Actually, my Divine Masculine's Venus is in Cancer, so that's interesting. I don't think I have any Cancer, like, in my chart. I'm actually, like, mostly, I mean, I'm strong water. Obviously, I'm Pisces, but I have a lot of Capricorn and Scorpio in me. Alright, so advice from the universe. Yep, need to learn to set those boundaries, guys. Set your boundaries externally and with yourself. Okay? And up your protection game, because like I said, a lot of drama happening right now. But I know yesterday I pulled the card where it's time for a lot of twins to say no. It is time for you to learn to say no. Some of you have been saying yes for way too long and been allowing things that you shouldn't be allowing, okay? And to remember to have patience with yourself. Have patience with your journey, okay? Because everybody's journey is different. It's going to, you know, manifest different for everybody. Don't frustrate yourself. Don't beat yourself up when things don't go according to plan, okay? Because there's no reason for that. Absolutely not. Just make sure that you're paying attention to the beauty around you, to the beauty of the journey, the things that you've learned, the abundance that you have. Be grateful for the things that you've learned, and love yourself, love yourself, love yourself. This is the main point, guys. Love yourself. Fulfill yourself. If you don't love yourself, you don't love your twin. Think about it that way, okay? And release the fear, guys. Don't let the fear keep you held back, okay? Work on that solar plexus. I would say do the solar plexus, especially with all these triggers coming in, okay? But don't let the fear keep you trapped. Don't let it. Don't let the darkness keep you trapped, okay? Fear is the opposite of love. Remember that, okay? All right, guys. Well, I sincerely hope this has helped. If it has, please like, share, subscribe, and I guess I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.